everybody, it's Monty from Monty Secular. Please, please, please subscribe if you haven't already to my channel because I'm lit as fuck. Today is gonna be another story time, but before we get into it, I will ask, please, you guys, please comment below some challenges you want me to do, something like some stories you want me to talk about, anything, because I need more stuff to do. Come on, y'all, like, come on. And like, share with everybody. Come on, y'all. We gotta get up there. I want to get at least 20 likes. 20. We can do that. 20. That's not even a lot. So, without further ado,
I think that you're my favorite, baby. I really wanna tell her. I really wanna tell her. My women crush Wednesday. Tell me what's better. I really wanna tell her. I really wanna tell her. My women crush Wednesday. Tell me what's better.
See, we started off with some likes on our TBT.
okay, so today's story time will be about the time my ex-boyfriend's mother told me I need to go get some help. So basically, yeah, what happened was I was in the 8th grade. It was summer or whatever. We just graduated, finna go to high school, all of that great stuff. And I was the only one in my little immediate family that my mom thought was good enough to be able to go to Carowinds. So prior to the summer, me and my ex-boyfriend, we were together. I'm gonna call him Dan. Okay, so me and Dan, we went out and we were like really cute together, but it was just like, I don't know, it was on and off for him. Everything was weird and it just was awkward. Like, I don't know, it just was awkward. It wasn't how it was supposed to be in a relationship. But I didn't really care because it was like, okay, I really like him. I really want to be with him. Blah, blah, blah. That kitty shit. So basically, I went to Carowinds by myself because my mom only bought me a season pass and she didn't buy my brother's one because of some small shit. She was like, something with school, something like that. I've always been overachieving. But anyways, so I was by myself. Like, this was the most boring time I've ever had at Carowinds. I was by myself, just walking around, trying to ride rides by myself, and I was just like so bored, y'all. Like, it's not like I didn't have friends, but at the time, like, nobody had a season pass and nobody was like, with me. So it was just like, fuck it, I'm just have to go by myself. So basically, I was by myself and I remember I was walking past one of the rides. It was that spinning ride. I forgot the name. It was like right past right past one of the games where you like shoot for an animal. And I saw Dan and his little brother. Now, I already know his little brother. So, it wasn't until his little brother saw me that he actually pointed me out to Dan, and Dan came over, and we started talking. I was like, oh, hey, how you been? Because we haven't talked in a while, and I was just like, blah, blah. We just, had basic conversation. Then he was like, who am I here with? And I was just like, I'm by myself. And he was basically like, well, you want to come with us? Blah, blah, blah. I'm with my mom. I'm like, sure. So that was the beginning of an era, y'all. Like, ever since that day, I used to hang out with them all the time. Like, after we met up, me and Dan met up at Carowinds. We had to go meet up with his mom because his mom was talking about going to eat. That was the first time I met her. And she was so cool. Like, when I say she was so cool, she was just, like, crazy cool. Like, I loved her. I loved her mom. I mean, I loved his mom, and we're going to call her Sparkle. So, me and Miss Sparkle, we were like, I don't know. It was just like she already adopted me. She told my mom she adopted me and everything. Like, she was like, she always wanted a daughter, and I was her adopted daughter. Like, it's whatever. And at the time, me and Dan was not going out, but Miss Sparkle, she loved me anyway. She still called me her daughter, and we did everything together. Like, she would pick me up from the house or whatever. Of course, I would ask my mom, hey, Mom, can I go with Miss Sparkle and Dan and wherever the hell we're going? Most of the time, we're either going to Carowinds or just like out somewhere, just somewhere. Because Miss Sparkle, she never, like, when I say she never let her kids just sit there, never. Like, they always had something to do. And she always felt like, since I was her second daughter, I'm finna always have something to do too. So, I remember we went on a lot of Carowinds trips together, and we went out to eat because, Miss Sparkle ain't dumb. Come on now, like them that food at Carowinds, that's way too, way too much. So we would go to CC's down the street or whatever, and I remember this this one event. So basically, okay, so y'all, it was I don't know what time it was. I just remember that like we went to CC's Pizza one day, right? And recently like me and Dan started talking a lot more since I started hanging out with them a lot more and we started going out. So Miss Sparkle, she basically was talking to my mom one day and my mom was telling her a lot of stuff that I used to do, and like me personally, I don't do wild stuff because I'm not that ballsy. I'm not even gonna lie, like y'all, I'm not at all ballsy whatsoever. Like if I ever do something crazy wild, it's not like no, it's never that deep for me. It's never that deep. It's always just like something minor or something small. So basically, Miss Sparkle and my mom was talking, and my mom told her an event where I like what did I do? I did something and I got caught for it. And it was like something wild or whatever, I guess. But it wasn't nothing like over the top. Y'all, come on now. Like, I was a kid. I didn't even have my first kiss yet. So it wasn't like that crazy. But yeah, so me and Miss Sparkle, she was like, she told Dan and his friend Chuck, we're just gonna call him Chuck, told him to go somewhere and like go play or whatever because she wanted to talk to me, you know, mom to daughter. So we were talking and she was basically telling me that what I did wasn't really, something she's into, and she was like, if I'm gonna be dating her son, then I need to get my act straight and all of that. Basic conversation, mom to daughter or whatever. It wasn't really that deep. I didn't really take much of offense to it because I knew that she was just protecting her son, and I didn't really I wasn't really into that stuff no more. So I was just like, okay, like I can do that. It's fine. It's no problem. So basically, we okay, so after that day, everything was fine. She knew me and Dan was dating again, and me and Dan, we were somewhat close. I mean, we were close, but not really, because I don't know, it was just like something about Dan. He's still to this day, he's like one of those guys that's like self-conscious about certain stuff. Like when he told me he loved me one time over Facebook, we was really young, y'all. Like we just came back. I think we just came back from like CC's Pizza or something, and he told me he loved me, and he deleted my whole entire conversation with him because his friend Chuck found out, and he didn't want Chuck to know, and he didn't want me to say nothing. And even if I did say something, I wouldn't have proof, so that's why he deleted it. But he's one of those type of dudes. And so it was one day in particular. I was just chilling outside. Like I haven't talked to Miss Sparkle, and I had her number, so I didn't talk to her or anything. And she popped up. She just popped up out of nowhere, and she was like, "Hey, you want to go to this festival?" I forgot the name of the festival. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a very popular festival in Charlotte, but I forgot the name of it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I remember, I'll say it's something with an L. I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, sure, and my mom wasn't there. She was like, mom, back to the story. So she basically wasn't at home. She was gone. I don't know where she went. And so I had my little track phone, whatever y'all have. Okay. And so I texted my mom and I was like, hey, no, actually I called her and I was like, hey mom, can I go with Miss Sparkle real quick to this festival they're about to go to? And my mom was like, sure, because she was like, she didn't have no problem with Miss Sparkle. At this time, they were like friends. They were like sisters almost because they both had this bond with me, you know, in the middle of both of them. So yeah, um, we went to this festival and we had so much fun, you guys. Like I've never been to a festival like this before, and it was just a lot of fun. So um, I remember coming back home and I was talking to one of my friends, my best friend at the time or whatever, and I was just chilling with her and she was like asking what happened and what was going on. And I remember like my mom was home at the time, so I remember like I was standing outside and the way my mom's room was, it was like the window that was closest to outside that was right there by the door was her closet window because she had a walk-in closet. So when she would go in there, it was basically for like business calls and like so she wouldn't have us like hear her yell and stuff because she didn't like us hearing her yell and in her business. So basically, I'm outside, I'm just chilling, and I'm just hearing all this yelling, and I'm just hearing all this argument. I'm just like, what's going on? I'm just like lost. I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's talking to my dad or whatever, you know, because they argue a lot. So I was just like, maybe she's just talking to him. Nope. I hear her say Miss Sparkle's name, and I was just like, oh no, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? I'm so lost. I'm like, what is, like, no, I don't want this to end, you know. I'm just thinking in my head, like, no, this is the only, no, like, no, this is the only no, please, God, no. So I walk upstairs and I'm listening by the door and I'm just like, are you serious? Like, are you freaking kidding me? And basically, when the argument's done, my mom, she comes outside. I mean, she comes out like her bathroom and through her closet and stuff like that. And she calls me in and like we're talking and she basically was like, Miss Sparkle was being disrespectful to her and basically was saying that I needed help because um I forgot. It was like I'm into stuff that nobody else is into and I have mental problems and stuff like that. And I was just like astonished that she really was saying that. And it was like my mom, she was so mad, y'all. Like she was so fucking pissed. And I mean, I get why she was pissed, but it was just crazy that somebody I really, you know, fucked with like that as a mom. Like I really looked up to her as a mom. I would come to her and talk to her for stuff like with stuff that really bothered me. I could not believe she really was like, I need to go to therapy and I need to go talk to somebody because I have mental problems and I'm challenged and I'm going through too much and all of that. And I'm just like, it was crazy. Like I just was not believing it. So I went and I was talking to Dan, that's the name. I forgot his name, y'all. So I was talking to Dan and I was just asking him and I was like, did she really say that? Like I was not believing. I thought my mom was just tripping or something. So I was like, did she really say it? Like did she really, you know, say that that's what I needed and I needed to leave you alone and all of that? And he was basically like, yeah, like that's what she said and we can't be together no more because if your mom and my mom can't get along, then that's just gonna cause problem for us and we won't be able to see each other no more. All of that. So in the end, my relationship with Miss Sparkle, it wasn't really messed up, but we don't talk like we used to, and it was just like we didn't. After that point, we never hung out again. I never saw Dan again, and yeah. I did end up getting therapy though. I did end up going to therapy, but it wasn't because of Miss Sparkle. It was because of something I wanted to do, y'all. Cause a lot happened in my life. Y'all gonna hear about them stories later, but yeah. So thank you so much for watching this story time. I know it wasn't as lit as the last one, but y'all, it's still pretty funny. So please like, share this video, comment as much as you want, and subscribe to my channel. I promise there will be more stuff to come. Comment down below what kind of story times you want me to say and what kind of, you know, challenges y'all want me to do because like y'all, it's finna be so fucking late on my channel. It's not even funny. I'm trying my hardest to get to a point where I can start doing more stuff, y'all. Like, I really want to do more stuff with my channel. I want to venture out. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. Peace.
Wanna tell her. I really wanna tell her. My women crush Wednesday. Tell me what's better. I really wanna